Phantom. Hey, coming back at you. This is our 4th episode. Last week we shot the 3rd episode. It was basically comedy. So we're getting back into the philosophy side of things this week. I want to drop some knowledge on you. You know, basically, as I told you, I don't want to just talk about the light issues. I want to talk about some serious stuff that has some substance behind it. So today, we're going to talk about some conspiracy theories and things that are going on or allegedly going on within our government. Some of it you may already be aware of. This is not the Jesse Ventura conspiracy theories. This is actually some stuff that has been fact-checked. And I want you to just sit back, enjoy yourself, take a look at this. But at the end of the day, just like as in church with your minister, you go back after the minister presents scripture, you go back and you fact check that. You know, you go look at the scripture yourself and get your own interpretation out of it. So because Phantom is presenting it, I don't want you to take it and run with it. I want you to do your own research. But we are going to talk about some serious issues involving our government, or allegedly involving our government, and it's stuff that you need to be aware of. Some of it may be going on around you on a daily basis, and now with this kind of little snippet, I want you to go back and look at things just a little bit closer. So without further ado, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you, sit back, check it out, and I'll come back to you and we're going to discuss and debate about a few things. But this is your boy Phantom, keeping it 100.
Ozarks right now. It's the biggest house in America. I think the second biggest one is Aaron Spelling's. Even the White House is only 55,000 square feet. This thing is 72,000 square feet. But when I saw Jesse Ventura's episode, whether you saw it or not, I put the link in the box to the whole episode. But this right here just made my mouth drop. And then underground bunker cities.
What are some of the other signs in that region that the Illuminati are moving in?
Well, there's a very strange compound that's being built there. I would call it a bunker, okay? It's a fully off-the-grid, self-sustaining, massive compound, which really I think the sole purpose of it is to function as the new capital of the United States for the world. It's reasonable to believe that the compound is also accessible via underground tunnels that span the country and connect numerous important places around the country.
And as you're saying, essentially the Illuminati would use that house as a central command.
Yes, absolutely.
That mysterious compound going up outside the town of Ozarks, Missouri.
If this is just someone's vacation place, it's time to move on to the next conspiracy.
They know something's coming, and we need to find out. Are they getting ready for World War III? That's what must be looked into, Governor.
Launching World War III from a house in the woods?
Governor, this armored redoubt is everything that the anti-Illuminati movement has been afraid of. It signifies the globalists preparing for the collapse.
Alex gives me the lowdown. That house, totally self-sufficient. It's got its own water supply, built to withstand a tornado or nuclear blast.
Giant thick concrete walls, bulletproof glass, you name it. From our research, what we've determined is it is a private house that's basically being developed as a front for a government operations center, an ops center, but at the same time, this is a model to build armored fortresses that just look like regular nice mansion manors.
This is no vacation place. Do the locals, are they aware of this down there?
At first, there were a lot of stories coming out because people working inside, they had to sign non-disclosure agreements. Now they've kind of put out a PR spin story and say, oh, we're just building this to demonstrate these new building materials. I have talked to so many high-end construction company people who are in contact with me, and they say all over the U.S., rich former government contractors, CIA, NSA, and others are getting ready for something. It is just so important to find out what's happening with this Ozarks mystery.
This structure is right now currently being built in the Ozarks. Get a load of this. 72,000 square feet.
Looks like a fortress more than a house.
It does.
72,000 square feet. In other words, this is bigger than the White House. The White House is 55,000 square feet. But I'll give you a better idea of the size of this place. Think about the biggest houses you know.
This is bigger than the Spelling Mansion in Beverly Hills.
That Aaron Spelling mansion you always hear about? 57,000. It's larger than Bill Gates' house. Bill Gates' place, 66,000 square feet. This building in the Ozarks is 72,000. And that's just the part you can see, the part above the ground.
I must say I'm more interested in what's underneath this house than what you see on the surface. I mean,
Why?
well, think about it. A structure this size looks like a fortress. What's going on underneath could connect to the tunnels and caves we've been talking about in the Ozarks.
Well, you know what's really funny? I've been digging up some statistics about the Ozarks, and this is really interesting. There are a ton of banks being built.
Banks.
Banks. Now, in New York, you have one bank per 7,000 people. In LA, one bank per 11,000 people. In a tiny region in the Ozarks, a place called Mountain View, Arkansas, you have one bank, 53.
53? LA, one bank per 11,000? And this little tiny town, there's one bank for every 53 people? 53 people couldn't even support a bank.
Okay, so we have to find out what they're preparing for down here.
Or what all this money's doing here.
Let's head to the Ozarks.
So, what do you think? This house, or this fortress, basically, that is being constructed in Ozark, it is stated that this is the new headquarters for the New World Order, for our new government. As we see the elevating, never-ending rise of American debt, we know that eventually someone's going to come knocking. If you think about it, if your credit card is late, your mortgage payment is late, collectors are calling you. If that credit card payment is $300 and it's late, or your mortgage payment is $3,000 and it's late, they're ringing your phone off the hook. They're sending you harassing letters. The United States' current debt is approximately $18 trillion. We're turning the corner to $20 trillion. $1 trillion is 1,000 billion dollars. Oprah Winfrey, one of my favorite people, her net worth is approximately $3.5 billion. $1,000 trillion